Techtober is officially coming to an end, and this past month has been filled with tons of new products from various companies, and even though the iPhones were announced back in September, Apple has a few more products up its sleeves that they are ready to unveil this Tuesday, October 30th in New York City. So in this video, we're going to go over what you can expect from Apple at its October event. First up, we have the most obvious product that Apple should be unveiling, and that is a refresh to the iPad Pro lineup. We have been hearing for months now that Apple has been working on an updated iPad Pro model with no home button and slimmer bezels in order to adopt that iPhone XS style design. These iPads are also expected to gain the True Depth camera system with Face ID for biometric authentication. Now, it is believed that the bezels will be large enough to fit the True Depth camera system, sparing these iPads from any of the notch treatments. Based on multiple leaks, Apple is apparently relocating the magnetic smart connector on the new iPad Pro models from the side now to the bottom near the Lightning port, which could perhaps require a new vertically oriented smart keyboard. Now, it's not clear why Apple is making this change, and it's not known if Apple is indeed releasing a new smart keyboard that connects differently. There are other major changes in store for the iPad Pro, however. Apple is said to be planning to eliminate the headphone jack from the iPad Pro lineup, like it did in the iPhone, starting with the iPhone 7, and it's rumored to use a USB-C port instead of a Lightning port. A USB-C port would allow for faster charging and new functionality that's not possible via Lightning, such as the ability to drive a 4K monitor. Alongside these new iPad Pros, Apple is also planning to release an updated version of its Apple Pencil, which makes a lot of sense. It's unclear what exactly will be new with these Apple Pencils, but one feature could be an AirPods-like pairing experience with the ability to switch the pencil between devices and without the need to plug it into the Lightning port. MacBook Air has also been mentioned alongside the new iPad Pros a lot these last few months, and it is believed that Apple will announce some sort of refresh to the 13-inch model. It's still not clear exactly what they plan to call it, but the big selling point for this machine is that it will be positioned as an entry-level, lower-cost MacBook Air that will feature a Retina display and slimmer bezels. Pricing information has been a bit sporadic, as the MacBook Air has been rumored to be priced anywhere from $799 to $1,200, but Bloomberg believed the machine should come in under the $1,000 mark. How Apple will distinguish this MacBook Air to, say, the 12-inch MacBook really wouldn't be an issue if Apple was planning to phase out that machine altogether, but it is rumored that Apple is planning a refresh to the 12-inch MacBooks. Although they most likely won't change in design, they will become a bit more powerful, as it's believed these machines will feature Intel's 8th generation Amber Lake Y series processors. Other Mac possibilities include the iMac and Mac Mini, which the latter hasn't received an update in roughly 4 years. The iMacs are generally refreshed on a yearly basis, and it's mostly believed to be an internal spec bump, as well as the possible inclusion of the T2 chip, which is currently inside the MacBook and iMac Pro models. The Mac Mini, however, should receive a rather significant update, as Apple plans to shift its focus to the Pro user base. The upgraded device will feature new storage and processor options, and because Apple is aiming it at the Pro users, some models could be more expensive than previous Mac Mini products. Now, we don't have a lot of additional information available on what to exactly expect from the Mac Mini, but one rumor suggested that the higher-end model won't be so mini anymore, hinting at one configuration with a larger size to accommodate higher-end components. Finally, there are other possible products that Apple could be announcing or previewing at the event. Apple announced last year that it was working on a high-end modular Mac Pro refresh, and although it likely won't be ready for launch this year, it could be previewed at this event. Reliable analyst Ming-Chi Kuo also believes that Apple is working on a new iPad mini that features an upgraded processor and a lower cost display panel, which suggests that it will be more affordable than the current version, but it is unclear whether or not this will actually be ready for a 2018 release or early 2019. Maybe this will also be the day we finally get a release date on the Apple AirPower, which is Apple's 3-device wireless charging mat that was introduced back in September of last year. We also could see some new AirPods announced as well, with support for Hey Siri functionality and a new wireless charging case. If you're interested in watching this event for yourself, you can actually do so by heading over to Apple's event website or the Events app on the Apple TV. You can also follow our live blog and the Mac Rumors Live Twitter account for coverage throughout the event. The event will take place again on October 30th in New York City, and since it's in New York City, it will actually start at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific. So let us know what you're looking forward to seeing at the event in the comment section down below. This has been Dan with Mac Rumors. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.